Well, I hope you had a good Christmas, whether or not you were able to be with family or even have the day off. New Year's is coming up here in just a couple of days, and so we'll make this a brief one. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I feel like I hit the reset button quite a lot during the year and don't feel a need to have a formal set to do them. You will be bombarded by them and by commercials about losing weight now that they've finished the commercials about that you need to eat their food for Christmas and commercials about managing debt after they did commercials trying to get you into debt for Christmas. Ignore the commercials, tune them out. I want to just share a poem with you today. Don't turn off yet. It's actually a very, very useful one. I heard it first back whenever I was doing therapy. I was running a therapeutic practice, but I was in a room with a bunch of hospice workers. Now, I didn't work hospice. My job was to keep the hospice workers' morale up and to be there for them. And it was a volunteer thing I was doing. And so they were having a little get together, a little bit of a continuing education moment. And they brought in a man who read a poem by Portia Nelson. Portia's Portia Nelson. You can find it. It's called There's a Hole in My Sidewalk. And I thought it was profound. And for just a few minutes today, we're going to look at it. It goes like this. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. But still, it takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. And the last line, I walk down another street. Now, maybe you'll need to hear that a few times to be as affected by it as I was. But the fact is, what we carry with us into the new year is really the habits of self-destruction we've always had. We will say, whatever it is, I'm going to read my Bible more. I'm going to be more loving. I'm going to lose weight. I'm actually going to exercise. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then we fall in a hole. And we get out of it and act all surprised. Then we say, once again, I'm going to walk down that street, and we fall in the hole. We know the hole is there. In fact, we get to the point where we'll walk around it a lot. But maybe we should try another street. Instead of putting things out there for New Year's resolutions, you might want to say, every day I'm going to do a spiritual gut check. Did I love God and love other people today? Was I kind? Was I good? Did I share my whatever I had, money, time, goods with somebody today? Make up those kind of lists, not to guilt yourself, not to be so every night you go to God saying, oh God, I failed, but to understand where the holes are so that you can walk a different way and end up being a better person at the end of it. Because the fact is, we know the holes are there and we act like we don't, and we keep trying the same thing that got us in the hole again and again and again and again, and then wonder why we're in the same situation. When we need to acknowledge there's a hole, we need to walk down a different street. May God bless you. Thank you for your support and love throughout 2024. I pray it continues through 2025, and as long as God lets us build this online community, a true community of friends and hearts joining together all over the world. You mean a lot to us, but you mean more to God. And He'd like for you to pick a different street. or at least acknowledge where the holes are and find a way to walk around them. God bless you.